Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with anybody that you know likes college football or football in general. Now, time for the prediction. Florida State versus Clemson. It's in Tallahassee this year. Now, I'm going to give you two different versions. Let's say it's DJ Uyunglele versus the other freshman quarterback from Clemson. I can't say his name, so I'm not even going to try. I tried. I had to practice to get Uyunglele's right. Okay, let's say Clemson starts with DJ Uyunglele. DJ reminds me of Jalen Hurts. And the way you would beat Alabama when Hurts was the quarterback, you'd have to bottle him up. You'd have to limit his running ability. And you got to get in his face and pressure him to where he has more overthrows, off throws like this much, and probably throws interceptions. I think you'll see that with Florida State this year. Florida State's defense, I believe, will be a top 10 defense this year, given it, I think it was top 15, top 20 defense last year, something like that, right? He's going to struggle again. This time, Florida State's defense has already faced him. They've already dealt with him. And remember, last year, he didn't win the game last year. Will Shipley's running ability late won against FSU. That's another thing. Will Shipley will be bottled up more in this game than what he was last year. You know, he wasn't bottled up at all, but they just couldn't tackle him because he's that darn good. Shout out to Will Shipley, by the way. Great player. If that's the case, I don't think DJ will turn over a whole lot. But again, and here's the thing, even if the DJ gets better, once a quarterback has problems with converting third down, once he has problems being clutch in clutch moments, he's going to have that for the rest of his life. If you see it early, that doesn't change. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. You might make him more productive. He might be less turnover prone, but that just won't change. Either you have it or you don't. Okay? I don't think it changes here. That will cost them against FSU. Clemson's defense is elite. Florida State's offensive line should be average this season, so they should be able to block better than what they did a year ago. I think they'll approach this game the same way. Get the ball out of Jordan Travis's hands quick enough with slant passes, screen passes, maybe some trick plays, end around, play action fakes, hand it off. Nope, I'm going to run this way with Jordan Travis. He'll get enough to get first downs or at least get manageable for a field goal. I think Florida State will do that this year. I doubt Florida State turns it over like they did last year. I think they'll hold on to the football better with Toafili back there, Ward, Benson, whoever runs the football, whether it's Travis himself. Florida State will be an improved third down team offensively this year. I think they'll convert at least 50%, maybe 45% on third down this year. This should be more than enough to beat Clemson. Florida State will do that with Clemson because their defense is so fast and physical. Here's the thing about a fast physical defense, though. If you have a guy that's good with downfield passes that can run, and I think will improve like he has been improving since last year on third down, that's going to be a problem. The thing is, Florida State's whole offense is basically back, with the exception of a few receivers that are new faces, a running back, and an offensive lineman from Wisconsin. Here's the thing about Florida State's offensive line. I don't think Clemson's going to sack Travis or whoever plays quarterback as much this year like they did last year. I think Florida State is just going to play better than what they did last year. Clemson will be about the same, if not a little bit worse, because I don't think Dabo's going to change anything schematically. Florida State will win a very close game with Clemson if DJ plays. Now, let's say it's the freshman quarterback. I can't say his name, so I'm not going to try. If he plays, he's gonna about like Tyler Van Dyke last year. He's a true freshman. He's gonna be on the road in Tallahassee. Let's say he plays. Let's say he's better than DJ. Let's say and if he plays good, he'll have a pretty good season throughout the year. This will be the game where he gets caught because again, he's a freshman. Freshman quarterbacks normally struggle. Look back at the 2019 Florida-Auburn game with Bo Nix. He played pretty good up until that game for that year, right? He went to the swamp and he struggled. He had like 2 or 3 turnovers, whatever it was, and Florida ended up pulling away to win that game. Was Florida better than Auburn throughout most of the year? No, but they still beat Auburn. That's why. Florida State last year, last time a freshman quarterback, a good freshman quarterback, went to Tallahassee, Tyler Van Dyke. Guess what happened? He struggled. Turnovers, they lost the game. If they didn't turn the ball over with him, they beat FSU. But it didn't work that way. I think you should see about the same thing with Clemson. And this is if Clemson's a really good football team. Florida State's defense should be a top 10 defense this year, if not top 15. It'll tackle better than what they did last year. They will get pressure on either quarterback, in my opinion. So, as far as the score prediction, Florida State, if DJ plays, they win this game 26-20. I think DJ will be in the red zone to score a touchdown, but he won't be able to because, again, he's never clutch in those moments. Notre Dame, NC State, Pittsburgh, Georgia last year. He couldn't do it. I don't see it changing this year. If it's the freshman quarterback, Florida State wins this game by maybe 10 points or less. Because, again, if you struggle a lot, it doesn't matter how explosive you are. You have an offensive line that doesn't block well. On top of that, you're playing against an improved defense. Florida State would win this game with Clemson. Probably about the same score, if not 30-20 like last year with Clemson winning. I think Florida State plays a clean football game. I think they do good on third down, enough, not elitely. I think the offensive line blocks good enough against Clemson. I think Jordan Travis's passing ability will be improved. It will take a toll on Clemson. He'll be able to run with play-action fakes, so that'll throw off a defense like Clemson. Florida State's defense will be really good on third down like it was last year. They'll force turnovers more if it's the freshman quarterback. But if they can bottle up DJ, if he plays, they win. Florida State 26-20. They'll beat Clemson this year at home.